Hello, welcome to lesson 3 on planes. In geometry, a plane is a flat, two-dimensional surface that extends infinitely far in every direction. That, of course, makes it impossible to draw, but I want you to imagine for a second with me that I'm drawing a flat piece of paper right there. I've kind of tried to draw it in a tilted fashion, all right? So that, for example, if I were to put a point on the paper, I could label it, A, could put another point B. Those would both lie on the surface of the plane. It would be possible to, for example, draw lines on this plane. You could connect A and B, and that would be a line on the plane. And what you would imagine, though, is that this plane extends infinitely far in that direction, and actually in every direction. It'll extend infinitely far. The way that we define a plane, though, is we actually include 3 points. So if we have a point A and we have a point B, we'll need a third point. I'll put one over here, label it C, and then we can say that that would be plane ABC. Now, the reason that we define it that way is because when you have 3 points, it determines a particular flat plane. If you chose a third point that was not on this plane, you would develop a new plane. Let me give an example of that. So, for example, if I choose A and B, but maybe I go and create a new point E that is not on this plane, let me just pick one way up here. Okay, call that E. Then what you've done is you've sort of designed this new plane. And it's going to be very difficult to draw, but it would intersect that given plane there, and it would go infinitely far down, up, left, right. And you would then have lines that would be on this plane. For example, you would still have the line AB running through it there, but you could also have like the line AE that would go through it there, or AB, a whole variety of lines that would lie on the plane. So there's a lot of things going on with planes. The most important thing being that a plane is determined by 3 points. Okay, so that's how we label them. It's also important to notice that if one plane intersects another plane, that their intersection, in this case, is a line. Well, in any case, it would be a line. You can have multiple planes intersecting, but the one that I've tried to draw for you here is just 2 planes intersecting. A secondary way to label the planes, if you don't want to use either a 3-letter ABC or ABE for each of these planes, it's also sometimes common to give them capital cursive letter names. For example, instead of calling this first plane ABC, I could have labeled this plane something like capital M. Pardon my ugly cursive. That's the best I'm going to do there. All right. And you can do the same thing for the green plane up here. For example, if I didn't want to call it ABE, I could call it some other capital cursive letter name, like maybe L, for example.